Welcome to Reading Level C, Lesson 1. First, I will tell you how to use this program with your child. The most important thing to understand is that children develop differently and they don't all learn to read at the same rate, and that is okay. If your child is really struggling and having meltdowns or is otherwise very angry or upset, the two things to try would be to either drop back to an earlier level, one where your child can get about 80 or 90% of the things correct, or especially with a very young child, maybe stop for a few weeks or a few months and try again later. That's okay. Your child will learn to read, and it's okay if it's not until they're 6 or 7 rather than 4 like your neighbor. Each of these lessons has several parts. Each lesson does not have all the same parts, but we will always start with review, either of consonants or vowels or both. We will work on other sounds, prefixes and suffixes at the higher levels. We will always practice with real words that can be sounded out with only things that have been covered. Then we will work on nonsense words. You might wonder why nonsense words are important. Often children struggle with reading because they have been encouraged or explicitly taught to guess. They might have been taught to guess at the word based on the picture or other strategies, guessing based on the shape of the word. These strategies will lead to frustration in many children. And the best way to make sure that they're really understanding the phonics rules they're learning is to have them practice with nonsense words. These are fake words, or perhaps they might even be real words that they wouldn't know yet. At the end of each lesson, there will be a chance for the child to practice on his or her own to see if they are ready for the next lesson. Finally, if the child does seem to be ready for the next lesson, you can have them do the preview. Let's get started. First, we're going to review some consonants. At this point, your child should know all of these without prompting, except perhaps the second sound of this letter. If this is hard for your child, or if he or she has to stop and think about it too much, please go back to an earlier level. Let's get started. B. This one has 2 sounds. You probably know this, although you might not realize you know it. The one I'm sure you know is S. The other sound you might not realize is Z. What's this sound? F. This one? Make sure you say the sounds after I point before I say anything. That goes for this lesson and all the lessons. D. T. Make sure you're saying t and not ta. T. W. O. P. Now we're going to work with some vowel teams. Vowel teams are 2 vowels that like to be on a team together to make one sound. These 2 letters together say A. 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 This vowel team also says A. 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 Let's practice with some real words. First, we will break them down into parts, and then we will say the whole word. You might notice sometimes I say the word slowly, and then I say it fast. This is so you can learn how to blend the letter sounds together. B. A. B. A, bay. B, ale, bail. A, lay, lay. P, a, pay, pay. P, ale, pale. Let's practice with more words. S, a, say, sail, sail. D, a, day, day. A, hay, ale, hail. W, a, way, whale, whale. A, may, may. F, a, fay. F, ale, fail. T, a, tay, tail. S, a, say. A, may, male. Now let's practice with nonsense words. You won't recognize these as words, and that's okay because that is the point. A, lay, lail. T, a, tay, tay. B, a, bay. B, aim, bame. Here are some more nonsense words. This time, I did not break it down into each part. Let's see how you do. Sabe, sabe. Ape, mape. Aim, fame. Abe, habe. Ate, pate. Abe, tabe. Here's a chance for you to see if you're ready for the next lesson. This time I'm going to pause. You read the word by yourself, and then I will tell you quickly, without saying it slowly first, the correct pronunciation. If you can do most of these on your own without help, then you are ready for the next lesson. If it's slow and you still need to say each one slowly and then faster, it's okay to repeat this lesson until you can do this part quickly. Start with this word. Dame, wape, lafe, bay, dape, hace, dafe, pame, pabe. Here's a preview of the next lesson. Again, if you got only 1 or 2 wrong on the previous screen, then you are probably ready to go to the next lesson. If you got more than that wrong or you just don't feel comfortable yet, please do this lesson again until you feel ready to move on. In the next lesson, we were going to learn 2 more vowel teams. Both of these vowel teams say oi. 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 Oi.